Do not recommend buying Starbucks beans.
Don't do it, guys. Just spend your money on the good ones.
Burnt.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. Today is a reset day. So we've been stuck in this bus for like 4 days, right?
Yeah, with the winter weather going on, we haven't been able to get out much. We have quite a handful of things we have to do today, so we thought we'd just kind of take you through our day for another daily vlog. A little yogurt and granola action.
I feel like yogurt and granola is like our go-to breakfast. It's easy, quick.
And it's delicious.
It's okay. It's like when you've had something for like months and months, it's like, you know, get a little tired of it, you know?
You make us seem like we have no other options.
What other option do we have?
Turning on the stove and cooking something?
Don't want to do that.
Maple likes the coffee. But Maple also likes eating her own poop, so...
Lucy's favorite daytime activity is to keep watch out the window, make sure he keeps us safe. No, stop. I'm not okay. It's laundry time, baby.
Said it.
Sorry.
Nice. So it's nice. Normally, we have to go drive and park the bus in a laundromat while we do our laundry, but we just walk right over to the laundry building over here. That still costs money, but...
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Oh, ain't nothing free in this world.
Nice overalls.
I don't know what clothes to wear.
Oh wait, where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Whoops. Today's like the first day that it's not freezing.
Honestly, it feels like spring.
It does. We should go in the pool. I want to go in that pool so bad, but I don't know if it's happening. Puppy! Where's your sister?
Hey, dude.
Oh! Got some fresh air in here. I think I'm gonna do some much needed spring cleaning in here. It definitely feels like spring. The ice is melting. I think that's my plan for right now. Time to switch our laundry.
Getting a bev. Do you want one?
No, I'm good.
I don't use my phone to tap pay for things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to test if it worked on the vending machine.
Okay.
It's so cool.
Interesting. What a surprise. We're making breakfast burritos for lunch. I promise you guys we do eat other things. Sometimes.
I will have that for you by EOD. Well, since we're going through what a regular day on the road looks like, this is a regular day for me. Welcome to my office. Now, a question that we get pretty frequently is, how do we make this work, living on the road? How do we make money on it? Well, I find myself in a pretty fortunate position. I work 2 jobs. The first job I've had for quite some time now, since college. And I work with a healthcare institution, and I do photo and video for the company. And what that entails is traveling to various hospitals, surgery centers, larger health institutions, setting up all the camera equipment, interviewing the doctors, and filming a bunch of B-roll. Sometimes I get to tell patient stories. Sometimes I get to tell the stories of what innovative practices healthcare institutions are implementing nowadays. But what I love about the job is that speaking to the doctors, I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do. This is a group of people that have, the doctors and the nurses, they have no shortage of stories to tell. And their stories are quite dramatic. So when we were first thinking about moving onto the road, I had to make it work with my job. This was gonna be our revenue source. I didn't wanna lose paycheck, benefits, etc. So I sold this school bus life, living on the road, as a win-win. So prior to us getting on the road, when I would be filming at a hospital, I would have to book flights, book hotels, book travel accommodations, car rental or pickup service, etc. And it costs a lot of money to coordinate photo shoots at hospitals when you have to book all these things every time you go out to film. 20 hospitals and you don't have a airfare bill, you don't have a hotel you have to book, you don't have to book a car service. This, over the course of the year has saved the company a ton of money. So it ends up being this win-win where I get to travel the country and the company I work for gets to save a bunch of money, and they get a lot more content because now we have opportunities to film in any given state that we happen to be traveling through. When I'm not filming though, I'm here on the computer editing the videos, editing the photos, putting the building blocks and puzzle pieces together, chiseling out stories, and then I send them off and we use them in a bunch of different marketing campaigns, recruitment campaigns, business development campaigns, etc. So our second job came to us on the road, actually. We had our bus toured by a tiny home YouTube channel, Tiny Home Giant Journey. And when the videographer came to do our tiny home tour, I took note of the equipment that they were using and the interview style they were doing, all of which are within my wheelhouse. I have the equipment, I have the experience. This is totally something I could be doing. So through that person, that videographer, I was able to get connected with the person who runs Tiny Home Giant Journey, Jenna. And we did a few trial run tour videos, and they liked the content that I was able to give them. And the rest is history. Now we travel around during the week. I'm planning, editing, or filming at hospitals, and then on the weekends or after work, I am meeting with tiny home owners or schoolie owners and filming tours of their homes. So it's been really great to do both of those things. They fund our journeys and our travels. And even just this past year, we also pick up any jobs that we can, any odds and ends. Heather and I have photographed ranches across Montana. We have done cowboy boudoir shoots this year, done some family photo shoots. So really, whatever comes our way, we try to take every opportunity that we can to add some work to our portfolio and to make some connections out on the road. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to editing now, but that is, in its essence, how we make money on the road and put food on the table. All right, I don't think you guys need to watch us folding our laundry. We'll catch you in the next part of our day.
All right, so we are currently gearing up. We're gonna take the puppies out, get them some nice vitamin D because it's nice out.
They're freaking out. Whoa, get off, get off my laptop.
Classic jerky check. Oh, you guys are ready? No! Jerky haul.
Jerky haul, let's go.
That coffee does nothing for me, jeez.
No, I'm so slow. I'm
so
gonna
tired.
need like 4 more shots of espresso.
It's not doing anything for me.
So now that the workday is over, we get all the energy out of these dogs so that tonight they don't bother me to go out, because tonight I'm running a Dungeons and Dragons session. So what is Dungeons and Dragons? For those of you who don't know, Dungeons and Dragons is a cooperative tabletop role-playing game where we use dice and numbers to determine the outcomes of events in the story within the narrative. And that is one of the ways that I stay connected to friends from home out on the road. Is we play D&D in a virtual capacity using a virtual tabletop software. I, the DM, put together the story, the challenges, the hurdles that the group, the party of adventurers, must overcome in the world. So we do that weekly, or we try to at least, and it's a great way to stay in touch and stay connected with people back at home. We're gonna do a few laps to this place.
A few laps? So there's like a little bridge.
We gotta use the bridge.
That Joe loves to walk over.
I mean, while we have it, right? While we have access to a bridge, we should be using the bridge.
He literally makes us walk over this bridge every single time we go out for walks.
We don't normally have a bridge. Look at this. This is a... What do we got here? This is a suspension bridge?
Yeah, it looks like, yeah. But the weird thing is there's an exact same bridge right over there, but it always has to be this one.
You know what? We never walked that bridge. We should walk that bridge.
Alright, leads right to the dog park. This is the other dog park. We don't go to this one.
Check this out. Oh, hey. I mean, come on. Living like royalty.
Yeah, this is pretty good. So, what do you think?
Isn't this fun?
We're like, what are we supposed to do in here?
Yes,
Good boy.
Yes,
Good boy. Oh.
Come back. Under. Nope.
Good girl.
So tired.
I know. If we hadn't made it clear enough, do not, under any circumstances.
It's like the whole theme of this video is how bad
boycotting
the
Starbucks. I mean, yeah, we shouldn't go to Starbucks in general.
Apparently, we've made it to the aviary. Sound like sirens. I think they're all boat-tailed grackles. Yeah, they got a real range of noises and sounds too. It's going to be a 13 to hit. How does that sound?
Hello. So every single bathroom in here in this complex has a shower, which has been really convenient because we don't typically want to use our shower too much because we don't really want to open our gray tank because there's no place to dump it. We're kind of like really relieved because this place has really nice showers. Okay, get out of here. Sort of. Waiting for the water to get hot for like 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, something's wrong. I was like just waiting for it to get hot, and it's not. I'm like, okay. So I like get my clothes back on, go to the next one, and then I'm like ready to go back into the shower. And I realized I left all of my shower stuff in the other one. So I had to unlock, but put my clothes on again, go, this, that. It was like an hour. And I guess there are worse things to complain about. The good thing is that the sunset is so magical. I haven't seen a sunset in a long time. Hey, buddy.
All right, well, that's another day in the life. Lazy around the bus today. Well, I guess not. Got a lot done. You know the deal. Make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. Subscribe? I feel like I always say that wrong. Subscribe for all future adventures. Until next time, we are roaming with moose. Hold on, wrong moose. He has an eye infection. Good night.